Hello, you lovely people. Welcome to another video. This one, a quick one, but a really exciting one. If you're missing out on a certain mount from the game, the Chocorpokkur, which is basically much like the Chocorpokkur or Chocorpokkur, or however you want to pronounce that, there is obviously the chocolate flavored one. I wouldn't advise eating it. You can get this essentially as part of a brand new collaboration with Twitch. So if you're wondering if this is going to be anything like the Fat Black Chocobo, it is not. It is actually open to anybody who streams on Twitch and lists under the Final Fantasy XIV category and streams during, well, from the 2nd of July until the 29th of July. Which is convenient. I'll be streaming all through July personally on twitch.tv/Meoni if you want to come by and watch me play some non-spoiler related Dawntrail stuff. So we're probably going to be leveling up Pictomancer and things like that, at least for the first few weeks. We're going to try and not do any MSQ or anything like that on the stream. If you want to hop by and watch certainly a few hours, then you'll be able to get yourself a mount. This applies to anybody who opts in on the Twitch creator dashboard for viewer rewards. So this is something open to anybody regardless of the size of the channel, which is really exciting. As you probably know, the Black Chocobo event was limited to certain individuals and it was based on subscriptions. This, however, is just simply for tracked watch hours. So as you can see here, from July the 2nd until July the 29th, and there's the times. You can obviously go on the lodestone and it will organize to your own region regardless of whatever that might be. Just go on like the North American lodestone to have that converted, and so on and so forth. Essentially, you get a varied amount of rewards for however long you watch streams. Now, this is cumulative, so if you wanted to watch multiple streamers, perhaps somebody streams and you watch just the end of a stream, maybe you only get an hour in, it doesn't matter. It's cumulative. So 1 hour watched cumulative is you actually get EXP boost meal set. These are basically the Mog biscuits. If I remember correctly, this gives slightly more than any other EXP food in the game. You get 10 of those, the buttery Mog biscuit and fat Choco. Fat Choco. So this is is this 2 sets of biscuits? Is this 10 biscuits of Mog biscuits and 10 Chocos? I'm guessing it is. I don't know, maybe they could have labeled this a little bit more, in detail. That's for 1 hour, which is really helpful, especially with Dawntrail coming out, if you want to make the most of that EXP. For 3 hours cumulatively watched, you'll get some Aetheryte tickets, which is actually nothing to kind of snuff your nose at all, 10 of those, which allows you to teleport for free around the game. And then for 6 hours watched cumulatively of somebody who's obviously playing Final Fantasy XIV on Twitch, you can get yourself the Chocorpokkur whistle, which is obviously this mount, which looks amazing in the game. Here it is. This is my one. Originally, this was part of another promotion, and a lot of people missed out on that. Many people didn't even know there was a promotion for this, and they did sadly miss out. And if you've ever tried to buy any of these codes third party on places like eBay and stuff, which I would not advise, there's no guarantee of where those codes come from. They get quite pricey. Resellers do get, obviously quite pricey with that stuff. So this is a legitimate, bona fide way of getting it, just watching 6 hours of one of your favorite creators or multiple creators cumulatively. So if you want to come by my Twitch channel, like I say, link in the description, but it could be anybody on the 14 category. Go and support your favorite streamers, or maybe find someone new that's starting out. There's going to be a lot of really good streams. Of course, to participate in this, you need to have a Twitch account, and you need to create that at twitch.tv, and you visit one of the participating Twitch channels, like you say, that's currently streaming 14 online with viewer rewards tag. So it will actually show up that they're, most people will probably put it in their title. I know I will be. And then that will start to accumulate watch time. And then, as you have seen before, multiple hours will rack up, and you can track this in your own dashboard itself. Streamers, if you are going to do this, you need to actually open this up in your dashboard. It will be the open reward campaign section in the creator dashboard and rewards. Make sure you enable that, otherwise people won't be getting their rewards. And then the item code rewards will be earned once the required hours are watched. Now, of course, via your Twitch system notifications, that's something that you will have to go into your account on Twitch to actually go and get your codes, basically. And then you get your codes, you log into the MOG station, you know how it is at this point, which is a link here, and then you click enter item code, follow the on-screen stuff, and you'll be able to get your mount and MOG biscuits and Aetheryte tickets, obviously, as separate codes. I believe they're all separate codes. And it says the campaign begins on the 2nd of July. So before then, it will not appear. You will not be able to track this stuff. It will not accumulate until then at, specific times. Again, on your own version of the lodestone, it will specify those in your own time zone. And there's also a frequently asked questions section. So let's look at this. Obviously, that's how to get your code redeemed. A service account for 14 must be registered to your Square Enix account in order to use these item codes. And item codes cannot be redeemed on a free trial. So unfortunately, you will need to have a full version of a game. But that shouldn't be too bad considering the amount of people picking up the game and, obviously playing Dawntrail, right? So it goes hand in hand. Reward items will be distributed to a single character of your choice on a selected service account. So the mount is not account bound. It is something you redeem per character. Bear that in mind. And item codes can only be redeemed once. Please do not lose these item codes, as replacement codes cannot be issued, and the transfer or sale of these item codes by any means is strictly prohibited. So again, do not go on third-party websites and purchase these codes, because obviously, they might not be legit, and also Square Enix has the rights to, decline any of this or take things away in the future. So you want to make sure you do this on Twitch, okay? Don't trust the internet. Trust me. It may be possible to obtain these items via other means in the future, so there's no, guarantee that this won't come back in a future collaboration. But this is, if I am right in saying, the first time that Twitch has ever had viewer reward integration collaboration with Final Fantasy XIV. You might see this for World of Warcraft and many other games, but this is the first time, to my knowledge, they've done this directly. Usually it was integration with, obviously, gifting subs and stuff like that. So this is good. It's open to everyone and it's free, which is the best bit, isn't it? So, of course, it says, can I participate in the campaign if I don't have an active 14 subscription? Any viewer with a Twitch account can participate in the campaign to receive the codes. However, the item codes can only be redeemed on an active account. So if your account is inactive, if you haven't paid for it for a while, you might want to resub to the game to obviously apply those codes. It says, can I participate in the campaign if I only have a free trial? Yes. However, you cannot redeem them on that account. So you would need to get the starter edition or A Realm Reborn, the complete edition, etc. So bear that in mind as well. And it says, can I participate in the campaign if I do not have a 14 service account or a Square Enix members account? Any viewer with a Twitch account can participate in the campaign to receive the item codes. However, the item codes can only be redeemed once again on an active service account, and Square Enix members accounts are not related to Final Fantasy XIV and will not work for item redemption. So again, you do need that Final Fantasy XIV account active, set up, and being, paid for. It's a subscription-based game. You need to be subscribed to it for it to work, right? It says, how do I confirm which channels are eligible? So all of the Final Fantasy XIV online streams on Twitch with the viewer rewards tag will count towards earning rewards. So if your favorite streamer hasn't enabled this, it won't show the tag. So you might want to remind them to turn that on. That's something that the streamer has to do and not so much you, okay? But it should be fairly obvious and easily noticeable that those things are enabled. There's usually like a little drop down that says you're earning towards the code, and that will pop up on that specified date, obviously from the 2nd of July onwards at those specific times. It says, what should I do if I'm having problem receiving my code on Twitch? It says, allow up to 24 hours for your codes. This is something I've seen before as well, when they've done things like this in the past with other games. Don't panic when it says you've got your codes achieved but there's no codes. It can take quite a while, up to 24 hours for your codes to appear in that menu. So don't worry, if it says you've earned it basically. And if it any longer than that, you can contact the Twitch support desk and they'll help you out. It says, are there any restrictions on which regions are eligible to receive a campaign? There are no regional restrictions to participate in this online Twitch Final Fantasy XIV viewer rewards campaign. However, please note that the campaign rewards cannot be redeemed on Final Fantasy XIV accounts for the Korean or Chinese versions. That's the only limitation. So if you're North America, you can watch a European streamer. If you're a European, you can watch a North American streamer. The codes do not matter where they come from. They are going to work on all of Western Final Fantasy XIV active service accounts. So you can totally watch me. No, of course, watch whoever you like. This is a really good step forward. I'm glad that they open this up to every creator. This gives a lot more benefits to everyone rather than just a set group of people, which is always a lovely thing. The Mog Biscuits and Choco Biscuits, definitely worth getting, even if it's only an hour watched. And of course, 6-hour watch to get your mount. That's not too bad. That accumulates, especially during that time. But it is worth mentioning that my Twitch channel, at least for the first part of that month, I will not be streaming anything Dawntrail related that is spoiler related. The only thing I'll be streaming is the Pictomancer, probably leveling, and of course the job quests for the Pictomancer, the early ones, but I'll try and stray away at least for the first week or so, maybe 2 weeks. We'll see how it goes, because I don't want to spoil this expansion. It's going to be amazing and I want people to enjoy it. That applies to the YouTube videos as well. There's people in the past have unsubbed from my YouTube channel because out of fear. I can assure you, anything that's even remotely spoilery will have a 30-second intro telling you that it's a spoiler-related video. It will have a blank thumbnail that specifies as a spoiler and plenty of time to click off, like I say, with that 30-second intro. So that's my pledge to you. But yeah, if you want to come support me on twitch.tv/Meoni, I've got to plug it, right? Or go to the Final Fantasy XIV directory category on Twitch itself, and you'll be able to get these. Really cool news. Really excited for people to get a hold of this mount. It's such a cool mount. It really is. And what a great piece of timing for what is set to be one of the most fantastic holiday destinations we are ever going to go to in Final Fantasy XIV. Much love. Let me know what you think about this, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.